everyone, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to use the GSAP text move animation using the animation add-on in your website. So to do that, let's go back to your WordPress dashboard and just click on the animation add-ons and then click on the extension and just make sure that you have turn on the text animations and then go back to your page and then select a page where you actually want to implement the text move animations. I want to implement the text move animations in this page, but you can choose any page that you want to implement your text move animations. So as the page is loaded now, we are going to implement the text move animation in this title. So while you select the title, you can see that the text animations, and then from here, just select the text move. And if you want to see the animations just on the editor mode, then click on enable on editor mode, and then you can see that the animations is appearing here. So now you can change the delay, durations, stager, rotation, and everything. Now let me tell you that what is the delay actually. So delay is the amount of time in seconds you want to before the animation starts. So if you set it to, for example, if you set it to, the animation will begin 2 seconds later instead of the starting right away. But if you set the 5, then animation will start after the 5 seconds. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna keep it 0.15 and then the durations. So duration is the total time in seconds an animation takes to complete from start to finish. For example, if I set the durations 1, the animation will finish its movement in 1 second. So if I keep it 5, the animation will complete or finish its movement in 5 seconds. Let me show you after taking the 5. So you can see that it's taking 5 seconds to complete 6 full animations. And if I add the delay like the 5 seconds, and you can see, and if I click on the play, you can see that it's taking 5 seconds. It's waiting for 5 seconds to start the animations. Now 5 seconds gone, and the animation starts, and it's taking 5 seconds to complete the animations. So here is a stager. A stager controls how each element starts of the starts one after another instead of all at once. For example, if I increase the value to like okay, let's increase it to 1 and 1, and let's increase it to 0.5 and okay, let's 3 seconds and let's play. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let me tell you actually what Stager do. So Stager controls how each element starts one after another instead of all at once. So if you set, as we said, the Stager 3, so each line begins its animation 3 seconds after the previous one. So this line will start, and this after 3 seconds, this line will start its movement, and after 3 seconds, this line will start its movement. So we can say that the stager creates the smooth sequence effect. I hope you understand what is a stager. So if I keep it to 1 second, I can see that the first line will start, and then this line, and then this line. So yeah, this is how actually the stager work. And then we have the rotation directions. So rotation directions define which axis the elements, or here is the line, should rotate around. So it means the element rotates forward or backward if we select the X, and if we select the Y, the elements rotate left or right. So now let me show you that. If I select the Y, you can see that it's rotated like backward or forward. But if we select the Y, you can see that it's rotating like from left to right, So actually the rotation directions controls the directions of the 3D rotations. Okay, now let's come here. Let me increase. Let me duration should be 1 second. That's fine, and the stager is 0.05. I can keep. Okay, and keep this as a x. Now the rotation value. So what is the rotation value? So rotation value actually control the direction of the 3D rotation. This is the amount of rotation applied to an element measured in degree. So if I selected the 90, so it means it's a 90 degree. So if I keep it 100, then it means that the elements rotates 100 degree. Let me play with this. You can see that it's rotating the 100 degree. Let me increase it to more like 900 degree. Oh, sorry. And if I click on the play, you can see that it's rotating the 900 degree. So better I can keep it like 90 degree. And then if I select the Y, you can see that it's rotating the Y is 90 degree. So it's x-axis and the y-axis. So rotation value is defined in degree, and I also can implement the negative value. You can see that now it's rotating from the top, and if I keep the positive value, alternative options of the rotation. Now let's comes to the transform origin. So transform origin means the point from where an element is start transforming, like rotating, scaling, or anything. So you can say that it's the pivot point. For better understanding, when you rotate or scale something, in that case, when you're rotating the text, the GSEP needs to know which point should be fixed. So now you can see that I select the top center, and if I click, you can see that the top center, top is fixed. Top is it's moving from the top, and if I select it's a top, bottom, and if I sorry, if I select the bottom center, you can see that the bottom is a fixed. So this actually define that which element or which point should be fixed. We can say we can also use the left center. So you can see that the left, each line of this, the left is different. But yeah, for y-axis, I think it will be more visible. And you can see that this left center is fixed now. So the batteries, if we use the x-axis, we can use the top and bottom. And if we use the y-axis, we can use the left and right. You can see that this is the left is fixed. But if I keep the right and play, you can see that the right side is fixed now. I hope you understand. So let me tell you again. So when you rotate something, GSEP needs to know the which point should stay fixed. So if you skip the right center, then the right side will be the fixed. If you set the top, then top will be the fixed. If you select the bottom, then the bottom will be the fixed. By default, it's the center. So meaning the middle of the element will be the fixed. So yeah, I hope you understand. Now let's come to the trigger animation. Trigger. So you can see we have the on page load, we have on the scroll. So as I told you earlier that if you want to use the animations or the text move animations of any hero sections, in that case you need to use the on page load, because when you select the on page load, the animation starts automatically as soon as the web page finishes its loading. You don't need to scroll or click anything. But if but what will happen if I set the on page load animation here? So when the page is load, these animations will be done. So you can't see the animations. So if we want to see the animations on these sections, in that case, what we need to select the text move animations, and then we need to select the on scroll. Why? Let me show you. Let me make it visible. Okay, now you can see that the animation is playing, but if I select it as an on-page load, and then if I click on the publish, and if I see the page, now you can see that this section, this animation is playing because we set this as an on-page load, and this animation is also done because we set this on-page load. If I reload it here, and then you can see the animations. But if you reload it here and if you scroll down, you cannot see that animation because that animation is already done. But what we can do to solve this problem? To solve this problem, we can just select this as an on scroll. So what is on scroll? On scroll means the animation starts when the user scrolls to the element. It doesn't begin immediately. It only trigger once the element comes into the viewport. So let's publish and let's play this. Yeah, okay, now if I go to the scroll down, yeah, now you can see that this animation is playing. So I hope you understand what is the on scroll trigger. Now let's come with the play with the scroll. So what is the play with the scroll? The play with the scroll means the animation is directly connected to your scrolling. As you scroll down, the animation moves forward, and if you scroll up, the animation moves backward. Basically, the scroll position controls the animation progress, like scrubbing a timeline with a mouse wheel. So, okay, let me publish this page, and you can check it here as well. So I'm going to reload this page again, and then if I scroll, you can see that this animation is playing with my scrolling behavior. Hope you understand. Now the next trigger is the on hover. So on hover means the animation starts when the user moves the mouse pointer over the element. So for example, if I want that when I will hover this button, this animation will play. How I can do that? So now this hover animation is actually connected to this. So I'm gonna copy this class and text move hover button. I'm gonna just paste the class name here and then click. And if I hover, you can see that animation is playing. Very simple. And on click is kind of similar, just means that animation starts when the user clicks on elements. So now we can see that if I click on the play now, I'm hovering, but the animation is not playing. But when I click on it, you can see that animation is playing. So I hope you understand how to use the GSAP text move animations in your WordPress website using the animation add-ons. In next video, I'm going to talk about how to use the most popular effect, the text reveal, in the next tutorial. Till now, thank you so much and bye-bye.